short clip by Bishop Doug Heward-Mills Ministries. Discover how God can change your life forever.
Because God has spoken to you personally. Yeah, some of you, God has already spoken to you. Like this one is not in the Bible. It's like a personal word. How many feel that God has spoken to you personally before? Stand up. If you feel God has spoken to you, stand up. Stand up. That you must work for Him. That you must become a minister. You must bear fruit. How many feel that God has spoken to you about it? Stand up if you feel God has spoken to you. If you feel God has not spoken to you, sit down. God has not spoken to you. Okay. These are the ones that God has spoken to. The rest of you are deaf and dumb, or what? The rest of you are deaf and dumb. Huh? Yeah. All those who are pastors already, God has already spoken to you. Otherwise, how can you be a pastor? Amen. There must be. And you must do it before you get to. Where are the, so sit down. Where are those people who call yourself commandos? Where are you? Commandos. Are they any of them here, the commandos? You are all getting older, isn't it? From the time that I met you in Rosalind's house, isn't it? You're all getting older. Some are married with children. Who are those married with children? She's one of them. Over there? Yeah. Yeah. Time flies. You never know. As you stay, you will be staying and staying and staying. And you wonder. We have a ministry because God spoke to us about it. Son of man, Ezekiel chapter 3. Sit down. I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Amen. Give them what? Warning from me. The next one, some of us have a ministry because of dreams and visions that we have already had. Amen. How many have had a dream or a vision before you felt God was speaking to you to work for Him? Stand up if you've had a dream or a vision or something like that before. You see, a lot of people have these kind of dreams and visions. Isn't it? Yeah. What are you doing with your dream and vision? Huh? Growing old with it. You've had a dream or vision to the effect you felt God was talking to you to work for Him. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with your dreams and your visions? You see, let me tell you something. To have a dream or a vision is one thing. To find a way of implementing it is another. And that's what I was talking about, false dreams and false prophets. Sometimes you have a true dream, but then you don't know how to interpret or how to play it out. And that's what I'm sharing with you now. There's a way to play it out. It's not that like you are in a church which is not encouraging you to live out your calling. If this church was not interested in that, then perhaps we say, no, this is not the place for me. You know what I'm doing? I even look like an orangu in the church. No, we rather want you to go, to fly. We are the ones with the whips, trying to encourage you to go out there and do more. Charlie, you must be afraid of having dreams and vision without obeying them. Oh. Hey, all of you who say you've had dreams and visions, you don't fear dream and vision? Find a way of implementing it. Don't live till you are too old to do it. There is always a practical way. You see, and sometimes when we don't obey God for a long time, in desperation at the last minute, you try to obey Him in the wrong way. Yeah, because sometimes when you realize, actually, I'm late. Oh. I am late. I am late. in obeying, then you come panicking. Let me do this, let me do this, let me do it to catch up. But you can't catch up. Even at that point, you may have to do something else. So what I'm saying is, what vision has God given to you? Do it. Do it and find a way of practically, it is like God will tell you, I'm going to use, like Monkey. God told Monkey, I'm going to use you in Africa to be an evangelist. Okay. He said, I've heard. He went, he told his father. His father did not agree with him. His father said to him, you are not going to be a minister. This, my son, is going to be a minister and is going to be my successor. He was shocked. He had no support. Even his father did not believe in him. Then he wanted to go to Africa, and then he went to see these missions people who supported him to go for some time, and later withdrew their support. And the way he started was to go to Lesotho and start his mission there. For 10 years he was in Lesotho. And what did he accomplish in Lesotho? Almost nothing. So he said after 10 years of ministry, he said after 10 years, what did I learn from Africa? He has a video. He said, what did I learn from Africa? He said, when I learned resources are not easy to come by. He said, number two, Africa is not waiting for anybody to come and save them. Africa is living and moving on. You may think everybody in Africa is sitting there hoping you will come there. No, it's not like that. So then he kept on moving because Jerusalem, Judea, he came out of Lesotho. And then he came, through various stages, he eventually became the Monkey that we know. But it didn't start like that. You see, ministry and obeying God, it's like you try to see how to obey him. Try to see if there's a niche somewhere, if there's a gap somewhere. If you feel God has called you to be a missionary. But right where you are, you can be a missionary. Right where you are, you can say, okay, I'm going to be a shepherd. Or I'm going to start my prayer. We've been talking about watching and praying. Even starting to learn to watch and pray. And becoming serious in the church, or even becoming an assistant to the pastor. How can you learn how to stand in front of a congregation if you do not practice? Practice. How will you not? How do you not know? So what I'm saying is, look, don't. You must fear dreams and visions, especially there are types of dreams and visions. Some of you realize this one. I ate too much tomatoes this morning. This one I ate this and so on. So I had this dream. But there are some of them you can see that, God spoke to you. If you have too many dreams and visions, usually your visions are, you are not a real prophet. A real prophet doesn't have so many dreams and visions. You have visions and dreams, but when it's too much, the Bible says, in the multitude of dreams, there wanteth not vanity. There's always some vanity. It's useless. But you see that certain dreams, certain visions, it's from the Lord. Are you listening to me? Yeah. So, my friends, you must. The reason why I have the Healing Jesus Crusade, it was like a vision. Somebody standing in front of me. I've had that only once. He said, you must have the crusade. You must always pray for them. That's why you must always pray for the sick. That's why I always pray for the people. I pray for the sick general, but after I pray for everybody who comes to the stage. All I lay hands on. Then you see the pastor sitting there wondering, why am I? I said, pray for them. I will pray for them because they need and they want to be prayed for. Yeah. You must follow your visions and dream. But the vision and dream doesn't. I've not broken Lighthouse Chapel International. I've not dissolved it. I've not spoiled the church. I'm building the church more. More. I have so many. What I'm doing now is it not church work? Is it a crusade I'm doing? It's a church that I'm building right here in America. I'm building American church. This is Mission America. Yeah, not Mission Ghana or Mission Africa. Mission America. And from here, I'm going to Mission Europe. Yeah. Is it not the church I'm building? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that God may be speaking to you. Doesn't mean he's telling you, oh, now, okay, leave your church. Disconnect from your father. Leave your wife. Take another child. Give birth with somebody else. These are not things that God tells us to do. But you see that he's leading you further on the same line of Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, uttermost parts is the same line of ministry. But something must be done.